So here's the first one, right? Is the average buyer these days is 38 years old, first time buyer, 38 years old. Now, that's not just a number. There's a story behind that stat. Let me tell you about how my parents grew up. They met each other in college, got out, got married really right after college. They both had teaching jobs. They had me. They bought a house from my grandparents. It was literally next door to my grandparents' house. Tiny little 2-bedroom, 1-bath. So they lived very close to my grandparents. They owned that house, but it wasn't anything special. Starter home for sure. And then a couple years later, saved their pennies, got a little help from grandpa for sure, their mom and dad, and built what we thought was their dream home at that time. And we lived there we grew up in the house for golly, 30 years, 25. That's no longer happening, right? Buyers these days are delaying, and they're delaying for a couple main reasons. One reason is the rules have changed, right? They've seen market crashes. They've seen the real estate roller coaster. They've seen what it looks like to grow up in a digital world just chock full of noise, right? So they're skeptical. They're cautious. They are not looking for hype from us. They're looking for clarity from us. And it's a very different buyer than it used to be. And they're asking themselves, is buying a home right now really the smart move, right? What am I actually signing up for here? How long is this home buyer thing gonna last? How long am I gonna own this place? What does it mean at the end? What if I've got to move quickly? What if my job transfers? What if we go back to working remotely? How does this all work, right? And is this really right for me now? Is this agent just trying to sell me a house because they've got to have a commission? Or is buying a house right now right? And do they actually get me, right? So here's the real question.